Good morning, beloveds. Well, we are fast nigh on Christmas. It is the 23rd of December, and it is going to be 80 degrees today. Yeah. I mean, we never have white Christmases anyway, but 80-degree Christmases, eh. So, all right. It is the 23rd. Let me see if I can turn the page. Okay, this is December 23rd. And I'm not sure what time I'll do this tomorrow. Simply because at 9 o'clock in the morning, I will probably be in the car. So, I will get it done though. I will do it both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I'm just not sure when. So, it is December 23rd. Our title is No Evil Fools Me. Our quote is, hence evil is but an illusion and it has no real basis. And that is Science and Health, page 480. All right. The allness of God and the spiritual nature of man are convictions in my mind. I am not of the world belief, nor of the world opinion. Thine is the king. Wait. All right. The allness of God. Okay, hang on. I'm having a morning. The allness of God and the spiritual nature of humanity are convictions in my mind. I am not of the world belief nor the world opinion. Thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Knowing one cause, operating through one mind, upon one law and one substance, I deny duality and its wrong experience. I have no place for evil in my thinking. It cannot register within me, for I am single-eyed to truth. I am poised in an absolute conviction of the omnipresence of God as good. I cannot be persuaded that evil is in me, nor in my fellow human. God alone creates, and I have faith in what it creates. This world is good enough for God, so it is good enough for me. No evil fools me. I recognize it as a face, but I know it will fall apart of its own false making. It appears strong, but it is really weak. It seems to have power, but it soon wears itself out. It tries to make me believe that it is true, but only the truth is true. Evil is a lie from beginning to end, and I will not accept its demands nor its allures. Infinite mind in me reveals to me the truth, and every possible evil is of no importance. I do not waste one split second in its belief, nor in its sway. My time is valuable for every moment God thinks through me. Instead of wallowing in past errors, I now create present good and am alerted to the truth. I am determined to be a creative person through whom God flows ideas. False reports, though they seem valid, are still not the truth. God alone is real, and truth alone is eternal. In God I am, and by God I exist. God's mind is my mind now. No other mind can function in me, and no false belief has power over me. Evil has no existence in my consciousness, and no appearance in my world. Watching the doorway of my mind, I let in only that which accords with spirit. All untrue perceptions are turned aside. Nothing in me can draw negatives, and nothing in me can create them. I rest in a perfect wisdom and a perfect love. I am surrounded by a wall of intelligence, and only good can enter my soul. Well, I mean, for the day before Christmas Eve, he decided to go all the way in. He went all in. All right. So we have said this many, many times. Evil is not a power in and of itself. It is a misuse of the law. So, yes, evil happens, but evil is not a thing in and of itself. It is an action, which means it can be corrected. It can be stopped. It does not have to exist. It is not a power in and of itself. It cannot self-generate itself. Okay? It's not a thing in and of itself. Good is. So that means that evil can be, it can go back to the no thing that it is. It only has the power that we give it. So if you go back to the misuse of the law, if you learn about the law and you learn to use the law correctly, then you are not capable of evil, which is kind of interesting. It's like, once you know how to use the law, then you will use it correctly, and then you will not make evil use of the law. All right? So evil is an action, not a power. So the title is No Evil Fools Me. No Evil Fools Me. I recognize it for what it is, a misuse. And if you think about it, a mistake, it's a mistake. Okay. So then therefore, it only has the power we give it. So if we stop giving it power, it's going to go away. The quote is, hence evil is but an illusion, and it has no real basis. And that's Science and Health, page 480. That might be Mary Baker Eddy. I'm not going to swear to that, but I think that's the title of her compendium. Like the Science of Mind text is ours. So I think the allness of God and the spiritual nature of humanity are convictions in my mind. God is all there is, and all beings are spiritual. All right, so that's the conviction. I am not of the world belief or nor of the world opinion. So he's stating right here, okay, the world has an opinion, and the world has a bunch of beliefs, and I don't believe them. You know, I think more of my fellow beings. And then he opens with the quote, thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever, close quote. Knowing one cause operating through one mind upon one law and one substance, there is only one. That is a core, central principle of Science of Mind. There's one. All right? And we're all made out of that one. I deny duality and its wrong experience, which is why we say evil is not a power in and of itself. It is not, because we don't believe in duality. We believe there is one, which is why we say evil is a misuse of the power. Not a thing in and of itself. I have no place for evil in my thinking. It cannot register within me, for I am single-eyed on the truth. I know the law. I know how to use the law. I know that I am a beloved child of God. Therefore, it has no place within me. Because I know what it is. I know how to use it. I know that for me to use it correctly, I need to be in alignment with the qualities of spirit. All right? So I'm not going to make room for it. I am poised in an absolute conviction of the omnipresence of God as good. Single-eyed on the truth. I cannot be persuaded that evil is in me, nor in any of my fellow beings. All right? Because it's not a thing. It's not a power in and of itself. Therefore, no one's born bad. Do we make bad decisions? Absolutely. But no one's born bad. God alone creates, and I have faith in what God creates. This world is good enough for God, so it is good enough for me. God alone creates. Evil is not in God, therefore God can't create evil. We, on the other hand, can misuse the power that we have been granted. All right, so that's where it comes from. But that means that we have the power to stop it as well. No evil fools me. I recognize it as a face, but I know it will fall apart of its own false making. All right. So we're not saying it doesn't happen. But what we're saying is when we look it in the eye and call it what it is, it falls apart. It appears strong, but it is really weak because it's stealing power. It seems to have power, but soon wears itself out, because we've talked about willpower. You know how when we're trying to do something and we're gritting our teeth and we're using our own willpower and we just can't seem to quite, and then we go, oh, wait, let me plug into the inexhaustible source of power that is within me. And as long as I am within the qualities of God, that power just keeps coming. It just keeps coming. Well, evil doesn't have that. It tries to make me believe it is true, but only the truth is true. Evil is a lie from beginning to end, and I will not accept its demands nor its allures. So Ernest recognizes it makes demands upon us. Sometimes it's alluring, and we want it. Nope. It's like, I'm gonna focus on the good. Infinite mind in me reveals to me the truth, and every possible evil is of no importance. I do not waste one split second in its belief or in its ways, because I recognize it for what it is. Nothing. And I will turn my attention, therefore I will turn my power away from it. Now, that being said, there are things that happen that we would decree evil, and when we have the chance to interrupt and stop them, we absolutely should. And the way we do that is by taking its power away. And there are a variety of ways to do that, sometimes including, which is what I just said, by taking our attention away. Instead of wallowing in past errors, I now create... Oh, wait, hang on. I skipped a line. I do not waste one split second in its belief nor in its sway. My time is valuable. For every moment, God thinks through me. That's about knowing who you are. You are a beloved child of God. Instead of wallowing in past errors, I now create present good. I am alerted to truth. All right. So instead of wallowing in the mistakes that I have made, in the past, I am going to focus on creating something good now. That's what we're called to do, to create good now. I am determined to be a creative person through whom God flows ideas. False reports, though they seem valid, are still not the truth. God alone is real, and truth alone is eternal. In God I am, and by God I exist. Go look yourself in the mirror and say that to yourself. Now, that would depend on your relationship with God. So, something to work on. God's mind is my mind now. No other mind can function in me, and no false belief has power over me. Because if we are using God's mind, then we can see through it. Evil has no existence in my consciousness and no appearance in my world. It's like I recognize it for the no thing that it is. Nothing. Watching the doorway of my mind, I let in only that which accords with spirit. Okay, so therein lies our power. It's like, what are you feeding your mind? What are you feeding it? So be aware of the information sources that you consume. And I don't just mean in sacred literature. I mean, wow. Yeah. Okay. I'm just not going to open that can of worms today. All untrue perceptions are turned aside. Nothing in me can draw negatives, and nothing in me can create them. If I am aligned with spirit, if I am aligned with qualities of God, then what I'm creating is good. That is my focus. That is my goal. And when I know that I'm creating good, I'm not harming anybody, and I'm benefiting as many people as possible. I rest in a perfect wisdom and a perfect love. I am surrounded by a wall of intelligence, and only good can enter my soul because evil doesn't exist. All right. Oof. It's like, give us a tough one, Ernest. It's Christmas. Okay. So, the mission today, should we choose to accept it? I'm going to use this line because I like it and because I like the fact that it starts off with rest. So the mission today, should we choose to accept it, especially going into this Christmas season, new Christmas Eve is tomorrow. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to rest in the perfect wisdom and to rest in the perfect love. All right? It is always an active mission, but this time you are actively resting. And you are resting in the wisdom that you know you have, and you are resting in that perfect love, which is whole. All right? It means it includes everything. And it's not flawless. Love's messy. And that's okay. All right? That's okay. So, I will also encourage you, as I always do, to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever it looks like today. If it's a big thing, if it's a small thing, it doesn't matter. What matters is the practice of love, the practice of compassion, the practice of kindness on yourself. I am encouraging it because it is a spiritual practice. I'm encouraging it as developing a habit so that your first response, no matter what happens, be it good or sideways, that your response is loving, kind, and compassionate with yourself. Because if you can do it for yourself, you can do it for anybody. You can do it for anybody. Other people are, a lot of the times, they're easier, which is why I encourage you to practice on yourself. That, and you deserve it. You are a beloved child of God, in whom God is well pleased. You deserve your love. You deserve your kindness. You deserve your compassion. All right? So, that is my other mission for the day, as always. All right. I also encourage you to engage your mind and your body. It was a nice walk today. There were clouds. There was the moon. There was a little bit of a breeze. It was coolish. So do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever it looks like to you. Go get that face full of sun. I did get some sun first thing this morning. So as you can see, I'm hopping and ready to go. And drink plenty of water. Hydration is a good thing. We're like 80% water. So, hydrate. Whatever else you do today, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven now. It is all around us. And we find it by looking for the good and recognizing that evil doesn't exist. It's not a power in and of itself. It is a misuse. So look for the good. Praise the good. Create more good for yourself and for others. It's what random acts of kindness are about. Creating good. All right, beloveds. It's Thursday. I believe the prayer circle will be on tonight. So if you would like to have that, then email info@creativelife.org to get that's a telebridge. So it's a phone conferencing. You don't have to worry about what you look like. It's not Zoom. So if you would like some of that, it's done by a couple of wonderful practitioners. Check into that. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you today. I will be on with you tomorrow. I'm just not sure what time. I'm going to go see my mom. So I'll take the stuff with me. I will do it. And I just don't know what time on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, what time I'll do it. But I will get them done. All right, beloveds. It's a joy for me. It's a pleasure for me. It's an honor for me to do this. I'm not going to skip out for the holidays. All right, beloveds. Do what you need to do to make it a great day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, an enchanting day. I need some new words. I have to start getting people to suggest new words. A terrific day. I've got a UPS driver that tries it. He did a mineral packed Monday. That was funny. a tongue-tied Tuesday. So he's funny. So maybe I'll get some words from him. All right, beloveds. Have an amazing day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. All right? Know that you're loved, and I will see you next time. And if you need me between now and then, you got an entire channel of closing in on 2 years of this stuff. So feel free to check it out. I've gotten better the longer I've done it. All right. So that's the Running Rev Ryan on YouTube. Check it out. Or go to the Creative Life social media, Creative Life Spiritual Center on YouTube. And remember, Christmas Eve, 7 p.m. tomorrow. All right, beloveds.